Throughout the Wednesday series on Netflix, we saw that the show centered around powers and abilities and different types of people that made up outcasts at Nevermore Academy and the town of Jericho. With Wednesday coming from a long line of ancestors on the Addams side that had powers such as Goody Addams, we never saw her father Gomez or her brother Pugsley exhibit any of theirs. And it got me wondering, what are their powers? So I thought I'd break down and explain what their powers and abilities are and if we could see them being utilized in Season 2. So let's get into it. Here is Gomez and Pugsley Addams' powers explained in Wednesday. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. Despite having a few inclusions in the first season of the show, mainly in episode 1 when they were dropping Wednesday off at Nevermore, and also in episode 5 where we saw that Gomez was arrested for the crime that he committed on Gareth Gates many years ago when he was a student, we didn't see either the father or son exhibit any of their powers, despite knowing that they do have some within them. This led me to look at what they could possibly be. In all of the iterations of the Addams family, there hasn't been any true showcasing of powers by the father and the son, but I think I might have found something. Let's start with Gomez Addams. So based on all of the previous versions and depictions of the Addams family, we know that in terms of abilities, Gomez Addams is extremely talented at fencing and contains good agility and movement, as we saw in the movie. Along with this, he's an extremely cunning and charming individual. When it comes to powers that he's inherited, there's only one time that it's been seen or showcased, and this was in a crossover with Scooby-Doo in the 70s. In season 1 of the new Scooby-Doo movies, Gomez Addams was described as being able to walk up and down walls in a supernatural way, and he also had a high tolerance to pain, meaning it wasn't easy to harm him. This is something that I feel could well be the case for Gomez Addams in the Netflix show. We saw that he was in a brawl with Gareth and he put up a good fight, not succumbing to the pain. Within the Netflix show, we saw that Wednesday had great agility, movement, and fencing abilities, which she could have got from her father. And with regards to the supernatural element, Gomez would have to have had an ability to be an outcast at Nevermore, so that could be something that they look upon in Season 2, Gomez's tolerance to pain and the ability to walk up and down walls. Now let's move on to Pugsley Addams. As Wednesday's younger brother, it was clear from the moment that the show started that he was picked on by other people at school, and that his sister was the only person who looked out for him. This makes me think that he hasn't realized his power just yet. As we saw with Enid, she was an outcast who knew what her power was due to her being part of a group of werewolves, but she didn't know how to use her power. So this could be just like Pugsley. However, with Pugsley, he may not know what he's capable of. I did the same digging as what I did with Gomez and it didn't yield much. Even when looking at the Scooby-Doo Incorporation and the early versions back in the 60s, there wasn't anything specific shown. The main thing that Pugsley was known for in the previous iterations that we've come to see over the years is that he has a keen interest in explosives and that he's an intelligent person when it comes to inventing things. So that's his main strength and ability that's known for the character. I feel in the show Wednesday he's going to be somebody that grows into his ability over the course of a couple of seasons as he gets older. In the previous versions he eventually went on to become a witch doctor, so he definitely is in touch with his darker side, and I believe we will see more of it over the course of the show. With it being a known fact that the two family members that were left out of exhibiting their powers in the first season definitely have some, one can only hope that it's going to be something that when it does arrive in Season 2, it will not only shock us, but will surprise us. The baseline of their powers is what I've mentioned in the video, so we could see this. So, there you have it. Gomez and Pugsley Addams' powers explained in Wednesday. If you want to see more videos such as endings explained, theories and predictions, and character breakdowns, then click on the I button, or alternatively you can head over to my channel where you'll find them all. If you'd like to give me a show or movie that you'd like me to review, then head over to my Twitter, @BrainPilot_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. And finally, if you'd like to see what I rate the latest movies that don't quite make the cut to getting a dedicated video, then head over to my Letterboxd profile. It's where I rate the latest releases in real time. Do you think they'll show their powers in Season 2? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.